You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. Be sure to smash that like button. Tigers 1-0 in SEC play, in large part thanks to this guy. LSU's leading receiver, Malik Nabers, joins us for a couple of minutes. Malik, congrats on the win, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much.
Man, it's my pleasure. Great to have you back on the show. Hey, man, 14-play, 85-yard touchdown drive there in the fourth quarter. You had conversions on 3rd and 6, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 3, 4th and 3. What was working so well on that drive for you?
I say just Jaden understanding the coverages and just checking the routes to give us, the first down plays that we had made.
Man, when it's going like that for you, dude, I'm sitting there actually watching the game where we do our post-game show, and I'm like, they got to feed Malik here. I mean, it's just it on every single third. It's like they got to throw it. Like, of course they're going to throw it to Nabers. They can't cover him. What was Mississippi State doing that made you that primary target there?
I think they was just more conservative. It was in more cover 4, and it was just blitzing the two linebackers and just didn't have nobody underneath. So they was just giving me so much room to work, outside releases and just get open on the sideline.
I mean, is it one of those things where when you come to the line, like you look at what they're doing and you go, "Yep, this is me."
I say most of the time. It depends on the play, because they do decoys, like looks that you might think is the right coverage, but then it's not. They switch it when the ball is snapped. But from pre-snap, it looks like the route that they give us. It's all the time. I think that I'm getting the ball because I can find soft spots in like the zones or in man. I can beat my man one-on-one. So it's like I come to the line just ready to make a play.
Hey man, every time they let us come watch practice, we talked about it, man. Every time you made a catch, boy, you sure like to let people know you made the catch. Whenever, and I love that in a receiver. So when it's going like that for you, man, you come back in the huddle. What are you talking to Jaden? Are you saying feed me? What are you saying to Mississippi State? Like put me on the field in those situations.
So we was up by 1 in the fourth quarter. So that was the drive. That we had to do, like, to take the lead by like 8, because if we don't, we give Mississippi State the back the ball, and they chew a lot of the clock away. So that drive was important. So it's like me coming off the sideline, 4th and 3. Taking my coaches, they asking me how he's playing me. So I said, on certain downs, they're telling me they're playing me off. That's why I was able to complete so much third downs. So he was like, look, if they gonna line up closer to you because they don't want to give up the outside out again. So we're gonna just throw a fade to him if he playing in man, and if they're not, we got a zone sitter with Jure on the outside. So I lined up pre-snap. He was playing off a little bit, but then as the play went on, he started to get closer and closer. So I pointed at him. I said, "Jaden, he's man." So it just, I know my quarterback. It's like if it's a man on me one-on-one, he's gonna take it all the time. So, it was just pre-snap that me and Jaden was already connected.
How about the throw, man? I mean, that's 4th and 3, and he dropped it in the bucket downfield. How about that throw?
That was a beautiful throw. I had a good release. I just knew it was coming. Got my eyes back. Was able to track the ball and just made a good play on the ball.
Malik Nabers is with us through 3 games, leading LSU in receptions, receiving yards, and yards per reception. Malik's with us on behalf of Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys, doing great work in the community. We appreciate Malik for a couple of minutes here. I want to ask, look, we were sitting there watching the game on Saturday, and a lot of people brought up, obviously, the Muffs against Florida State. Said, man, it feels so good to watch Malik in this spot come up the way he did. Was that in your mind? Did it feel like a little vindication for you?
No, I say, after the game, I was pretty upset with myself. But seeing my teammates, just keep my head up, it was like I ran on from the side and it was all telling me I'm good, you're a good player, don't let this, hold you back. And just to see those guys, not putting their heads down, they was all worried about me picking my head up and just see those guys, come up to me and was so concerned about me. It just made me, want to work harder and, just able to do more for my teammates and my team. So, I put that in the past. I was just focused on, getting better every day, coming out to practice, if it's I gotta catch extra punts, extra kick returns, do anything for the team, I was trying to, do that so I wouldn't have to make them feel like that or myself feel like that anymore.
And Malik, is when you're obviously as physically gifted, as talented a player as you are, I mean, you especially in high school, I can't imagine you faced much adversity or many struggles. You probably had a lot of great games. Was that game against Florida State? Would you say that was your biggest adversity you faced as a football player?
Yeah, I told my coach that I was like, I never had any bad games. It's probably like, my worst bad game that I thought, I just made too many mistakes. So I told him I was like, that's my first bad game. He was like, they was gonna have you're gonna face many more bad games. Especially at the level that I'm playing at. It's more constant, it's more consistent. So, it's just something that I had to go through just to understand. I'm just I'm human. Like I'm always mess up. It's just how I react.
Well, it was a heck of a response on Saturday night. LSU moves to 1-0 in conference play. The other thing, too, Malik, is you look at that position group, and it's just such an obvious strength for this team. And there's a very obvious question, which is, like, everybody's got to eat. There's only one ball to go around. How do you keep everybody happy? So if I asked you, like, what's it like in the receiver room right now where you got so many talented guys and, not everybody's going to be push the ball always. What's the mentality there with the receiver group, considering they're just, not everybody is having a great opportunity right now to start the season?
I would say, always be ready. Like we got receivers in here that, that's always ready, that can go in any time of the game and change the game. So it's hard for, defenses to like stop that. We got three receivers up. If we go sit down, they got three more receivers that's talented that can go out and play. So, it's always about being ready, so because last year it was the same thing, it was a big talented group that we had, when stuff started hitting the fan, it's other players that have stepped up, like Jack has stepped up, I have stepped up, Jure has stepped up, had to go play, the number one position outside. So, it's about always being ready because you never know, what goes on into the season. People get hurt, people start, not performing so well. So, it's like you got to do what's best to win. So, you just got to always be ready.
Got a couple more here for Malik Nabers, LSU sophomore wide receiver, joining us on AFR, courtesy of our friends Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. You mentioned Jaden a bit ago. You and I, you mentioned on the fourth down play, you kind of caught his eye, and you all made that on-field communication. All of fall camp was a battle. It was Jaden and Garrett. It was back and forth. How is he settled in as the leader of the offense and of the team?
By being a leader, having that leader role as a QB, that's everything, For your QB, to come up to you, when you make a mistake and just keep your head up, or even, after he makes a mistake, he just comes up to us, say, we all right, we're good, walks around, to the lineman telling them, let's go, we got to start fast, we got to keep rolling, don't put our head down, so that's a good role to have from a QB because, when stuff go bad, you need somebody like that to lead you and to keep you focused on the game. So that's how he have improved into the offense this year.
Got New Mexico State this week, then a road trip to Auburn. Malik, I'll get you out of here with this one. How or do you feel, is there a different feeling around this team from week one, the loss to Florida State, to now, the overwhelming win against Southern, the comeback win against Mississippi State? It looks like you all are building a ton of confidence and consistency. How do you feel differently now than you did 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago, got that loss. It was an awful feeling, just walking around, we just, we felt like, we should have came out fast, we should have beat that team, but you just never want to face that feeling no more of losing. So, walking around, we just had like that nasty feeling that we wanted to take out. So, just able to come back and work with these guys. We never hold our head. We still had our same leaders, that was wanted us to perform at our highest level when we play on Saturday. So, more that we've been running with right now, and that's just the best thing that I can say right now.
He is Malik Nabers, LSU sophomore wide receiver, currently leading the team in receptions, receiving yards, yards per catch. No doubt more great things to come as the season goes along. We appreciate our friends at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys for making this conversation happen as Malik is part of the G team there with Gordon and getting it done. Malik, we appreciate a couple of minutes, man. Best of luck this week against New Mexico and moving on through the rest of the season.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.